February 1993 it was for the Cranberries. That's Linger right here on Freedom FM. Well, good morning to you and congratulations because you've made it into hour 2 of the Way Too Early Night Cruise. And the good news, my friend, is you've arrived just in time for a little bit of fun because this is the part of the morning where we roll out our weekly Love Slowed Down game. Now, if you are new around here, let me fill you in on how this works. You see, before the show kicked off, I snuck into the production studio and I grabbed a classic romance or chill song from the 90s or the noughties. Then I slowed it way down, right down to 33 and a bit RPM, and I recorded a short snippet which I'm about to play for you. And your mission, should you choose to accept it, Mr. Hunt, is to tell me the song title and the artist. Get it right, and you could win yourself a full name check on the radio a little bit later on this morning. And here's where it gets interesting, because if you don't know the answer, you're just fancy causing a little bit of chaos. If you send in the most ridiculous, hilarious guess that you can think of, and it makes the team here in the studio laugh, then you could earn yourself a partial name check and the prestigious title of Midnight Messer. Right, I think that makes clear what we're up to this morning. So, let's have our very first listen to this morning's Love Slowed Down, shall we? Think you cracked it? Then drop me a WhatsApp on 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. And tell me the song and the artist in this little snippet. And remember, if you haven't cracked it, but still want a moment of fame, then send in your wildest, weirdest, most ridiculous answer. And if it makes the cut and makes us laugh, you might just hear part of your name on air right after we hear from Ace of Base. Across Leinster on DAB+, and around the world on freedomfm.ie, this is the Way Too Early Night Cruise, where we got some music now from Lisa Stansfield. Do you remember the video to that song? It was kind of a compressed version of James Dean's Rebel Without a Cause movie. From April 1991, that's Paula Abdul and Rush Rush on the Way Too Early Night Cruise here on Freedom FM, where we are knee-deep in this week's Love Slowed Down game. The challenge where you try to name the song and artist. I've slowed it down to a dreamy crawl by just listening to a short snippet. But before we get back to guessing the correct answer, we do need to give a little love to our Midnight Messers, the mischievous souls who've been sending in hilarious, quote-unquote, hilariously wrong answers, all for the glory of a partial name check on the radio. And first up, I want to say hello to John from the Liberties in Dublin, who's been in touch to say, Fergs, surely this week's Love Slowed Down isn't Because I Got High by Afro Man. John, you're absolutely correct. It isn't. I appreciate your effort, and you are a Midnight Messer. Next up, we've got Mary from Beaumont, who's been on to say, Feargal, if I'm not mistaken, Justin Timberlake's Dick in a Box isn't this week's Love Slowed Down, is it? Spot on, Mary. It most certainly isn't, and you too are a Midnight Messer. Thanks for playing along. And finally, Pete from Gabra says, Fergs, I'd put money on this morning's Love Slowed Down not being Cha-Cha Slide by DJ Casper. Pete, spot on, mate. It isn't. You are a Midnight Messer. Right, my friends, mischief managed. So let's get back to the serious business and have another listen to this week's Love Slowed Down, shall we? Think you got it? Know the song and the artist and fancy grabbing yourself a full name check on the radio? Then drop me a message on WhatsApp at 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888 and let me know your guess. Used in both 1999 movies, Romeo and Juliet, as well as Cruel Intentions. That's the Cardigans and Love Fool on the Way Too Early Night Cruise right here on Freedom FM, where, if you've been playing along with our Love Slowed Down game this past hour, you know, the one where you try to name the song and artist from a slowed down snippet, the good news is the moment has arrived to reveal all. But first, let's have one last reminder of the mystery track that we've been guessing at. As always, you night owls have been on the ball, sending in the correct answers in droves, but as you regulars know, the studio PC only lets me see 4 names at any one time. So with that said, let me say good morning to Linda Jenkins checking in from Donabate, Eric Evans reaching out from Glasnevin, Monica Giles who WhatsApped in from Whitehall, and Gary Carroll tuning in on DAB Plus from Sutton. All of you cracked it, but before I put the rest of you out of your misery, can I ask you to do me a solid? If you enjoyed playing Love Slowed Down, then spread the word and come back next Monday just after 1 p.m. because that's when we're going to do it all over again. As for this week's answer, well, drum roll please. It was Lenny Kravitz with It Ain't Over Till It's Over. Shania Twain on the night cruise, and You're Still the One tells me that is all the mess I can make of your radio. For now. Thank you for your company, both you and your messages made the show, as they always do. I can tell you that our good friend Mike O'Brien will be here with breakfast at 8 p.m. and before that, Alan will have the 2001 Freedom Years from 7. As for me, I'm going to be back a little bit later on today at 11 p.m. with another night cruise when we'll have a go at our love lyrics game and make up some Monday Punday puns. Until then, my friends, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your time this time, and until next time, you know what you got to do. Take care of yourselves and, of course, each other.